is no sound, for we all live underground. Well, now I get low and I get high, and if I can't get either, I really try. Got the winds of heaven on my shoes. I'm a dancing man, and I just can't lose. And nothing's gonna change the way we live, 'cause we can always take but never give. And now that things are changing for the worse, see, oh, life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground. Life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Oh, life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground. Oh, futures made of.
Hey, everybody, look at you. It's the top of the hour. Look at you being all prompt and punctual. But of course, this is a comedy show, so we're not starting at the top of the hour. Give us just a couple more minutes. Take this time to share out the link to your friends that aren't already in the streams. Get yourself a snack, hit the potty, get a drink, get all settled in for Body Posi Comedy, starting in about 2.5 minutes. See you then. Welcome to the virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the Body Posi Comedy Show. Please welcome to your screen your host, Dan Smith.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Body Posi Show. Good to see you tonight. We are on our third show for tonight, our third show. The quarter of the year we've been doing this show now. but given all this shit that we've been through in 2020 so far, I'd say we deserve a little extra credit. Maybe like time off for good behavior in prison. So, ladies and gentlemen, fuck it. Welcome to the Body Posi 2-year anniversary show. You guys like my sign? Yeah. I've had this sign behind me for every show so far, and after the last show, I left the sign up for the month, because I knew we would be doing another show. And during that time, though, I got really annoyed with how much bigger the second 2 letters are than the first, and I was thinking, I'm going to make a new sign, because that's just not okay how much bigger than the other ones are. And then I realized it's not very Body Posi of me. I mean, just because they're bigger, we still have to celebrate them. We celebrate everybody, even letter bodies. I'm feeling a little bit off today, actually. I'm kind of in a bad day. I started this morning, made breakfast, and I had runny eggs. And, I hate runny eggs because I really don't appreciate it when my breakfast makes me feel like it's better than me. One of the tough parts about having a disability is that sometimes we do get made fun of. We get called some names. One of the names that we get called sometimes that really bothers me, it's a word that's used to talk about a certain type of disability. Starts with an R. You probably already know what it is, but I'm going to say it anyway. Republican. Tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in a wheelchair my whole life. I have a birth defect called spina bifida. There's 3 different types of spina bifida. There's a colta, which is fucked up because it's make it sound like we're in a cult. There's meningocele, and then there's myelomeniingocele. Myelomeniingocele is the most severe form of spina bifida, and that's the one I have. Because if you're going to commit to something, commit. Go all out. Actually, I really like the word myelomeniingocele, though, because it doesn't sound like I have a disability. It sounds like I have a ninja seal. My ninja seal's name is Milo. It's pretty fucking cool. My wife and I, we just celebrated our 14th wedding anniversary. People ask me sometimes is your wife also in a wheelchair? No, dumbass. My wife is not in a wheelchair. She has a fetish for them. My lady, she really likes the role play. For me, though, I'm more into the bondage, though. She'll put my seatbelt on. Sometimes she sets my brakes. When we're feeling really naughty, though, we get out the bike lock. It's something that really makes me laugh about you guys. You think that just because my legs don't work, that means that all the other parts of my body don't work either. I'll be in the line in a restaurant. I'll be reading the overhead menu, and I'll get a confused look on my face because I don't know what to order. Somebody will start reading it for me, like I can't see it, like I'm blind. Or they'll talk really loudly, like I can't hear them, like I'm deaf. Or they'll talk really slowly, like I can't understand them. I'm some sort of a Republican. That's all the time I'm going to do tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We've got a great show coming up for you. If you're joining us on Zoom, go ahead and turn your video off, but turn your audio on. We want to hear those laughs. That's what we're here for, right? That's our drug, laughter. So I'm gonna introduce our first comedian. This is his first time on the show, but he's not a stranger to the show. This is the guy that is producing the show, trusting me to host it. He's my dear friend. Please let me introduce Derek Dozier. Yeah.
Hello, all you out there in internet land. I am so excited to do comedy for you. And when I realized I had a comedy show tonight, I started planning to do it live. And so I want you to know that if I were in front of you right now, I want to keep you safe. So please take a moment and gather with me how I would keep you safe if we were to be in the same room during comedy.
Yes. I forgot how to practice.
Comedy in a pandy, okay? For my next trick, is anyone out there afraid of Ouija boards? Anyone out there scared of Ouija boards? Please, your dear friend Derek begs you, don't be afraid of Ouija boards, okay? Do you know who makes the Ouija boards? It's the Mattel Corporation. The Mattel Corporation. They also make Barbie dolls, okay? I promise you, if the Mattel Corporations, the maker of Barbie dolls, could channel spirits into paper and plastic, they would do cool shit like make Barbie dolls steal your soul. They wouldn't save all the good magic up for the okay? They put all that good premium magic right into the dolls, right into the money maker, okay? Trust them. If you can do anything with big money makers, it's that they want your soul. I am a medium gay person. I'm out here medium gay, which has been pretty good during our pandy. I call our pandy, our pandemic, a hyperbolic time chamber, I'm stuck inside. Yes, I'm stuck inside, but so is everyone else. So it's kind of like we've all been stuck inside waiting to go out again, so we can just practice or masturbate. But what I've really been doing is I've really been thinking about how I'm absolutely sure there's no God, I'm sure there just isn't one. Atheism, it's really sticking to me. But I think if I were to pick a God, when I was trying to believe, I realized that I want to believe in a God who loves themselves, You look at Instagram and Kim Kardashian and all her whole family, they love themselves so much. They love themselves. They believe in themselves. And you have your Old Testament God jealous. You better not believe in anyone else before me, Other book characters can't get away with that, Batman cannot say, thou better not have any comic books before me. I have to be your favoriteest comic book, I don't know why God's allowed to get away with that. I just want God to love himself as much as the least famous Kardashian. I feel like that's reasonable. I'm also a medium black person. The medium black person you see came to exist because two prison guards fell madly in love. Two prison guards, they loved each other so much, they decided to make a little brown child to hate at home. They were good at their job. They're good at their job, and they wanted to bring some work home with them, Like I said, I'm also medium gay, and what that means is any genitals you have, put them in my face. I want to see. I'm medium gay, and what that means to me is someone says, Derek, who's your type? And really, who is my type is who wants to fuck me? That is the most fascinating trait in a person to me. I tried to do a lot of church as a teen. I wanted to make friends and sing songs. So I did church, and I was at youth group one day, and there was an older man who was in youth group, and he had this big, beautiful singing voice, and he was there in youth group with us, and I was holding hands with him. And while we were channeling the Spirit of the Lord, I couldn't stop thinking about his firm, thick, plump fingers. pressed into my palm. And I tried, dear internet people. I tried, but that is some gay you can't pray away, you know? I thought the devil was in my brain, giving me gay thoughts, but it stuck. You know, that's what's cool about being gay, is even with the promise of eternal damnation, gay dick still worth it. You know, so many of us queers are like, you know what? Even if we go to hell, okay, it's worth it. I'm gonna go. I have a little bit of body dysmorphia, you know, like I know my body works and I'm so happy and I'm gifted and I'm grateful for my body working. But really the truth is, when I see myself in my mind and then when I go to the mirror, what I really want is thigh gap. I want to put my legs together and there not to be any stupid balls or anything in the way, and you to just see right the cute little sexy gap between my thighs. That's really what I want, you know? That's kind of what being non-binary means to me, you know? I am a non-binary, queer, psychedelic-using, high school dropout stoner. And the few people that really want to fuck me, the few people that really find me fascinating, nothing bumps them out more than learning I hate astrology. I can't stand astrology. I just won't do any of it. I want to leave you out there, you know, as Black lives are mattering more. I know it's confusing for white people. You miss doing impressions. I know it was a fun thing and white people do them together. Well, I want you to tell your white friends, you can still do impressions, okay? Here's my tip. Just don't do an impression of a black guy voice. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be more specific. Do Mike Tyson, you know, just pick one more particular black guy. You're allowed to do Mexican, but just pick one. Perhaps Cheech Marino. Hey, light up that joint, man. Yeah. Woo! You know, you can still do Japanese, but I would pick George Takei. The sexy one, and I like Star Trek. I'm going to leave you with that tonight. Thank you guys for watching the Body Posi Comedy Show, and please give it up for my friend and yours, Dan Smith.
Don't worry about going to hell, Derek. We're all going to be there anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, our next comedian, if this is your first time seeing him, hey, we have something in common. But I'm really excited to see him, and I'm excited to welcome him to the show. Please give it up for Patrick Rogers.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate the introduction. How's everyone doing tonight? How's your year been? It's been an exciting year, right? We're in July. Year's half over. 2020 nightmare is half over. I figure it's a good time now to kind of take stock, look back, think about maybe, you know, our New Year's resolutions and kind of where we are on that. And, you know, my New Year's resolutions this year, great picks. Wanted to get out more, meet new people, be more social. So obviously I picked a winner for a pandemic apocalypse. It's probably for the best, actually, though, because every time that I try and go out, I cause problems. I get in trouble. Something happens. You know, a few weeks ago when things kind of, you know, relaxed a bit and it looked like things were opening back up, I decided, hey, you know, let's go out, see how things are, grab a drink. My local place, unfortunately, wasn't open back up yet. So, you know, I drove around a bit, found a place, a little hole-in-the-wall bar, went in. Really quickly, I could tell, though, that it wasn't a regular bar. It was actually a gay bar. Now, I'm not homophobic. I got no problem. You know, a drink's a drink, right? You know, you would think so anyways, at least. But no, it turns out that if you go to a gay bar and have just one tiny little, you could barely call it a gangbang, and then your wife will just flip out. We need to talk. You know, I don't get all uptight about your hobbies. I don't see what the big deal is. You know, yeah, I'm always getting into trouble like that. You know, earlier in the year when I was trying to make an effort to get to meet people, talking with this guy I had known 15, 20 minutes tops. And then out of the blue, he asked me how long I'd been gay for. Like, not even if, just how long. Now, I thought that was a bit presumptuous, a bit rude, actually. And so, you know, I was taken aback, and I kind of tried to say, you know, don't assume my sexuality. I spluttered a bit, and I think all he heard was, because I completely forgot to take his cock out of my mouth before I spoke. So now I don't know who was more rude. Was it him for making the assumption? Was it me for speaking with my mouth full? You know, I don't know. And my wife, my mom raised me better than that, so I'm embarrassed. You know, I don't know. People, you know, maybe it's just, you know, some weird social thing. People are always saying weird things to me. Like, I'm being told, people come up to me all the time and tell me I have a gay vibe, right? I don't know why they feel the need to tell me that. I know I have a gay vibe, okay? And it's called a prostate massager. Get it right. You know? So, yeah, I don't know. This whole gay thing is very fraught, right? Like, I read a study last year that came out of Penn State that said that men won't recycle, won't do other things that are, you know, to protect the environment because they're afraid it will make them look gay. Right? That blows my mind. Just completely blows my mind. I mean, I had no idea that every time I took those little reusable grocery bags into the store, I was hosting my own mini pride parade. Right? You know? So brave. You know? And I'll tell you what, it's completely changed my understanding of all those texts that I would get on Grindr of men asking me if they thought I could take their Coke can. Right? Completely changed the meaning of that. So I don't know if it's been obvious from these jokes I've been telling. I'm a proud bisexual man. You can tell because I refuse to stop and ask for directions, and also insist on going both ways. So that's how you know. Now I'm bisexual. My spouse is actually biologically female, but genderqueer, pansexual. So we make a very interesting couple. And it also means that there's certain rules we have to follow. Like whenever we have sex, whenever we're finished, we always have to say no hetero. You know. And I'm very confident in my sexuality now, but that was not always the case. In fact, it took me an embarrassingly long time to come to terms with it. If any of you are wondering how long someone can masturbate exclusively to gay porn and convince himself it's just a taboo fetish, it's 25 years. The answer is 25 years. So, yeah, good to know. On the other hand, I like to think it does make me kind of to stand out as an example to others, right? That you're never done, like discovering new things about yourself. You know, like Julia Child, right? Julia Child famously didn't start learning to cook until she was 36 years old, right? That's amazing. Ironically, that was the same age that I was when I started learning to suck cock. So, you know, we're one and the same. And I didn't have to go to a fancy French culinary academy. Right? I just downloaded some sleazy hookup apps and I was good to go. So, in balance, who's the real hero? Right? I think it's me. You know, I'm sure someday there'll be, you know, children's books written about me. But not yet. No, it's not always fun though. You know, being before I came to terms with it, there was some repression, some kind of, you know, shame and sneaking around. I'm embarrassed to admit. What I would do, for instance, is I would every once in a while kind of shamefully slink into an adult toy store, buy some porn, a cheap dildo, and a big old bottle of lube. Take it back home, but I was terrified of being found out. So I wouldn't, put it in my nightstand or something like that. What I would do is I would actually hide it in the attic crawl space, just right behind the access panel, just up there. And you might be listening to that story and you're thinking, okay, cool story, bro. Well, who cares? But here's the thing. We moved around a lot when I was a young adult, like a lot, which means scattered across a good dozen or so homes in Northern California, Southern California, one condominium in Oxford, England. There are secret stashes of German dungeon porn, sex toys, and big old bottles of lube. So all I'm saying is, maybe when you get home, or not get home, but maybe after the show's over tonight, you might want to get out your ladder, check your attic crawl space, see what kind of people lived in the house before you. If you're lucky, maybe it was me. So thank you. You guys have been great. I'm going to hand it back over to Dan. But before I do that, I want to say one last thing. No hetero. All right, thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Patrick. Patrick, you've given me one of the few times where I'm sorry I don't have kids because I want an excuse to buy one of those children's books. Ladies and gentlemen, our next comedian is, I've known her since she was one of the first people I met when I started doing comedy, and it's been a couple of years now, and in that time, she's become one of my favorite comedians and one of my favorite people. And she's giving us a Body Posi first tonight. She's joining us from on the road. Live from on the road. And possibly with a possible guest appearance, too. Please welcome Asia May.
What a wonderful warm welcome from the passenger seat of this car at the highway. Hi guys, it's so good to be on stage, living in our world, and I don't have to adapt because I'm still living in the old world where I still have to go to work full time. You guys are sitting at home learning new things, stuff, and I'm still working full time. I tried to write new jokes. It's not very inspiring when you don't get to go out and be around people. And one of my best jokes these days is I talk about my ex-husband leaving me for his stepsister. And I'm just going to walk you guys through it. Like, that's the honest to goodness truth. He left me for his stepsister. And my kids were very distraught about this. The whole community was distraught because we couldn't figure out what the kids were supposed to call her. They couldn't call her anymore. There's no more auntie there. Their dad made it clear. He's like, no, you can't call her auntie anymore. What are we supposed to call her? And so it dawned on me one day, and I started telling the kids, well, we'll call her Aunt Jemima, because that's like a perfect solution to our problem, and it's been working. It's been working up until now, but with this Black Lives Matter and culture, I can't even call her Aunt Jemima anymore comfortably. Now what do we do? So the kids are like, well, Mom, we can't call her Mom. We can't call her Auntie. We can't call her Aunt Jemima. What are we supposed to call her? And I'm like, a brother fucking home wrecking, rancid garbage. That's what you should call her. Dad said we can't call her that either. Well, darn it. I don't know. That's just the world that we're living in. I'm trying to adjust to things. I'm trying to adjust to being single yet again. It's like the third time in my life I get to be single. And we're on pandemic status, so I could just only, I don't know what the online version of handing out raffle tickets to people is. To have random drawings. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I'm really afraid of the herb. Body Posi show. So maybe I shouldn't be saying, with so much veracity that I'm afraid of the herb, but that's why dating changed to me. It's like I don't want vaginal bumps. So So I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk to you guys about body positivity, but one thing for me that I've struggled with my whole life is that I've been really quote unquote thin my whole life. And before it wasn't quote unquote. Now it is. I'm not as thin as I used to be. I'm 40 years old and my body is changing. Let me tell you. I don't have a big stomach, but my liver is pretty big, okay? So I tend to get just a little wee bit offended when people are like, oh, you're so skinny. And I'm like, no, I can't because I'm not that skinny. But when I was a kid, it was a problem. People would pick on me because my legs are super long. Like, I reached the conclusions in single bounds. They're pretty long, you guys. That's how serious I am. So I was always really self-conscious about how long my legs were, or how dark my skin was, or whether or not I could get my hair straight enough. And it made me, have to play these roles when I got different places. But now that I'm old and tired, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I don't care that my ass is sitting behind my kneecap right now. I don't care. I don't care to do any squats. If this were the old world of comedy, I would show you guys how terrible I am at doing squats. I just don't even bother. So, my point is, you guys, accept what you are, accept what your body is, whether it's black or fat or what were the other things on the flyer? Oh my gosh, there were some. I didn't know if they were PC or not. Like, I keep a running list. I have this board in my room where I shift things from the green zone to the yellow zone to the red zone. I don't know if we're allowed to say fat. I said Lizzo was fat. Everyone got mad at me. I don't know. But accept you for who you are. It took a long time for me to accept my hemorrhoids, but you know what? They're mine. I'm owning them. Every single one of them, I'm owning about body positivity. We all have to accept the bottom of our feet these days. There's no more pedicures once a week, all right, ladies? Let's just accept that there's several layers of dead skin that you might have to, take a knife sharpener to every now and then. I don't know. Anyhow, that's life for me. Things are going, like I said, not so fantastic. I wish that weren't so essential. I essentially want to sit at home and collect thousands of dollars, like some of my peers are. I'm not angry about it. Yay, you guys, that you got those grants and unemployment every week, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of bitter. The kids are doing well. All of my kids are growing up now. I have a bunch of boys that I have to get rid of, and they're nice, fine specimens of men. But for ladies, that's not always what matters. Like, social media is teaching us that people have different preferences. They give you this grid, and there's 9 men's bodies on the grid, and they go, "What's your type?" And you've got super muscular. You've got the guy with small tits, with a big belly. And there's somebody for everyone. So I don't doubt that, my sons aren't for everyone. They've got to be for someone, but it can't just be about the way that they look. For me, I feel like there's other things that matter when you raise children. When you raise children, teach your kids how to cook, so that they're not having to go out and buy fast food. They're not having breakdowns and taking AR-15s to the Capitol to say, teach them how to clean up so that when a pandemic hits, they don't suddenly have to buy tons of hand sanitizer because they know how to wash their hands. These are the things that you should teach your children. And I taught my children all that. I taught my boys how to cook. I taught them how to clean. I tried to teach them how to dance, and that led me to know that my boys don't have the motion in the ocean, so to speak. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. So I'm watching this as a mother. I'm watching them grow up, and I'm like, all right, they don't have the motion in the ocean. What if they're micros? What am I going to do with them? Good freaking thing I taught them how to cook and clean. And one of my boys, he must have caught on to the point because I try and figure it out in small ways without being like weird and disgusting because I'm a mom that's wondering if her kid's penises are big enough. And so one day, my second was like 15 and he flips out of his towel and he goes, "Oops," one day, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, the proud parent of at least one boy that I think I'll be able to get rid of. Forever. Someone's gonna love that boy. I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. You guys, I have no clue how long I've been talking, but I feel like it's been long enough because I'm a little bit cramped up doing this weird thing here. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. Dan Smith, you're amazing. You guys are lucky to be able to hear some of Northern California's most awesome people in the world. Local comics. So support it. Go to Zoom meetings. Fucking do that shit. Everybody say love you, Jackie. Thanks, guys.
All right. Give it up for Asia. Asia, can you teach me how to do that cooking and cleaning shit? Because someone... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up our final comedian for tonight. Another body Posi first. This is our first out-of-town comedian, meaning not from Sacramento. This is somebody who I've been wanting to work with for a long time now, and I'm very excited to have her on this show. Please give a warm welcome to Jade Terrio.
Woo!
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. It's because of a mistimed edible. Sorry about that.
We've all been there.
I don't know, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy about coronavirus. Feels good. Now you able-bodied get to finally know what it feels like to be alone, celibate, and appearing disease. I will cough directly into your genitalia. Directly into it. It is the year 2020. The great STD has ravaged the nation. I've been enjoying the coronavirus. I had sex with a 40-year-old drunk Australian guy, and it was his phone sex, and it was pretty great, we're talking to each other. We're talking. He's like, oh, go, bloke. What the fuck do they say? Maybe. No. He's like, oh my God, my penis is so big. My dick is so big. And I said, well, it can't span the Pacific Ocean, so it might not be that big. Anyway. Fine. I'm just very hungry. I can't wait for self-serving restaurants. I can't wait for robots to feed me. It'll be great. You go in, their tagline is, got a question? Well, too bad. I think everyone's overreacting a little bit. Everyone's so worried about the apocalypse. I'm like, hey, listen, don't you worry. My alpaca has good oral hygiene. Oh, it gets worse. The trauma gets worse. The trauma bonding gets worse. My roommate finally moved out. My annoying as fuck roommate. He kept saying I was gaslighting him. And I said, well, if you just paid the goddamn electricity bill, then we wouldn't have to well, the sad thing is, he did pay the electricity bill. He paid the whole rent too, and I I clog the toilet every night. But that's neither here nor there. Am I right? Moving on. Okay. I wonder how many pets are being overwashed and sanitized right now. If you're on the Zoom chat with your therapist and her eyebrows don't do that thing they normally do when she is kind of caring about you for a minute. She's in another call right now. She double booked. Or she's watching porn, because for some reason everyone's watching porn right now. I don't know. If you cry in front of your therapist, does that mean they're killing it? If they cry, can you get a refund? And if you start laughing, you okay? Okay. We can do a Zoom call anytime you want. I've been trying to change up my environment, my whole environment. So I've been hanging out in the closet with the door closed and the lights off, and I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to get a career in voiceover. I'm trying to start voiceover. It's a good sound studio, insulation. Hello, my name is Wilfred Chaya Tits McGee, and I moderate Facebook for a living. No. You okay? Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Are we good? How are you? I miss things. I miss being on Bart. I miss that Bart. This good old. Oh yeah, you're all Sacramento. Well, in the land of the Bay Area, Sacramento, we have a thing called Bart. And if you ever meet me in person and I smell like piss, it's because of Bart. I had good memories on Bart, when the little kid on the BART train just wants to know why you're in a wheelchair so bad, but you don't feel like touching it normally because you find these questions from the children very endearing, but today they're just not having it. And the dad, he's trying his god darn to explain why without sounding offensive, and by God, he's doing a darn bang-up job, and he tells a euphemistic part truth, but the kid's just not buying it because that's a smart kid, and you're cringing nonetheless because you think, you're hoping that they think that you're wearing headphones so that they don't know that you can hear them, so that you don't feel embarrassed for them. Well, the dad named the kid, he don't really want it. And you're trying to get the music going on your headphones because you don't want to process this anymore. You're done processing. But the YouTube doesn't play background music, so you go to the App Store and you download YouTube Music. But when it finally downloads, you find out that YouTube Music only does background play under a premium subscription. And the conversation is just well underway between the dad and the child. And no background play makes for a pointless fucking music app. And you got shit to do, so you resort to the same music in your library that you've listened to since you were 13, only to find that half of the tracks are missing or they're glitched. And I have this thing where if I don't listen to the full album, if I listen to an incomplete album, it bothers me. So, and so I just don't hate when comedians do that. They're like, I'm all alone again. I'm alone again. I'm all alone again. My cat will not touch me. My spirit is broken. My porn isn't loading. Oh, alone. I think that the best bed to hook up in is a bunk bed because you can social distance. You also, when you're in a bunk bed, you automatically know who's on top and who's on bottom. Don't even have to talk. Every few hours, the top can just lean over and be like, hey, you still thinking about me? Hey, come on. Come on. It's fine. You know, sometimes I take walks. I go for a walk. My daily government-approved walk. And last time I was on a walk, this guy came up to me. He goes, "Hey, how fast does that thing go?" And I said, "Well, apparently not fast enough to get out of this conversation." He's like, well, you know, how about the battery? How long does the battery last? And I said, fuck, I hope the next 10 minutes I cannot die here with you. And then he says, well, hey, want to come back to my place? And I say, yeah, all right, that sounds good. So we did that. And it was a nice time. I don't know, man, I'm angry. I don't know why. Listen, I am 25 years of age, and I cannot understand why it took anyone 25 years to tell me I didn't have to put the whole dick in my mouth. I have no idea. It's fine. I was asked to suck a dick once. So, I approached it, kind of just went up to it. And I went like this. I went. I barely felt the thing. There was nothing there. I think that's okay. I think men with small dicks should just be proud. Just be happy you're never going to accidentally cause a woman physical pain. Okay? Just accept it. You don't like it, you call it something else. Don't call it a small dick. Call it a big clit. It's all about being body positive. Being body positive. You do you. You do you. It's just a nice way of saying go fuck yourself. Think about it. And if your dick is big enough, you might be able to. Sorry. I got carried away. I do like the words, though. I love the word cunt. Oh, cunt's a great word. Cunt was great back when the world was great. Back when Obama got elected, 2008, Aretha Franklin, she's singing, my country Made that word great again, man. I also love the word clit. And clit's a wonderful word. Clit sounds like a good old tool out of a toolbox. You know, got your hammer, your wrench, your torque, your chisel, your spade, and your clit. You just take that clit, you hammer it down that clit right there. That's called scissoring. Anyway, it's good. Hey, you out there on your own, getting lonely, getting old. Would you touch me? I really like hot girls. Body positive. I'm sorry, I don't like hot girls. I knew a hot girl in high school. She got kicked in the face by a horse, broke her entire fucking face, just shattered it into a million pieces. And to this day, she's still really hot. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I decided to hang out at the stables. Her name is Chestnut. Hey, you, with your ear against the wall. Oh, you guys ever heard of inspiration porn? This is like, yeah. All the disabled now. It's this idea that you see something really heartfelt and inspiring, and it makes you feel good for being better than everyone. Fuck you. Anyway. I saw a headline. A woman in a wheelchair goes into a fast food restaurant. She orders her food, and the fast food worker offers to feed her. And some guy filmed it. Oh, and they were like, oh, it was so good. But you know what? They got it wrong. That was not my first reaction. My first reaction was, what was that woman planning on doing once she ordered her food? She knew she couldn't feed herself. So she just gonna mash her face into it? No. No, she wasn't. She fucking planned this. That diabolical motherfucking bitch. She is the true villain in this story. Oh. Fine. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, you know. I do think it's an important video. Someone took video. It's an important video because it brings awareness to service workers in the disabled community. I can't wait to one day go into a sex shop and get laid. If you do see that happening, please film it, because that's some real inspiration point. Let's get the semantics. I saw a meme on the internet that said the only disability in life is a bad attitude. Oh, I showed this to my doctor. He re-diagnosed me. Apparently, that was my problem all along. Okay. I don't know. I was talking to this guy once. He was really weird. He was kind of a womanizer, but he was paralyzed from the waist down. He got paralyzed when he was 30. And I thought that's hard. Imagine being paralyzed in your 30s. Because then the rest of your life is just spent learning how to do everything. And then by the time you do that, you're old. And nobody likes old people. And at a certain point, your children will get antsy for you to die. And if you're paralyzed, they get even antsier. So I think a good paralyzing age is not 30. A good paralyzing age is 16. That's a good paralyzing age. Because when you're 16, the sequence goes injury, coma, sexual frustration, you can't jerk off, yeah, rehab, suicide attempt, and then wheelchair sports. And then your whole life is just wheelchair sports. I don't know. Hey, you may never take your own autonomous shit ever again. But you will be the star center of your basketball team. That's pretty damn good. I don't know. I'm sorry. I used to be a very active person. I was good at time management. It was easy. I had a system. I would just look at the clock. I go, I got 30 minutes left. I can come 5 more times. It was good. No, but like my boo, I had boo. He was nice about it. He was good about it. I was like, baby, I'm sorry. I have to go to work. I have to do, capitalism. And you wouldn't say a damn thing. You just smile at me, his little pink rubbery smile. And I'd be vibrating and I'd turn him off again. I like when my vibrator's about to die. Kind of like I like my relationships when they're about to die. I like when my vibrator's about to die because it's a 1 speed, so it starts sputtering, It's like... That's not what it sounds like. Anyway. I was masturbating once and I dropped my vibrator and it landed in that very special spot that every vagina has, and it was stuck there. So for the next hour, I just kept alternating, between phrases. Like, no, stop, I can't take it anymore. And shut up, don't come when I tell you to come. It was bizarre. I just felt like I was in this really weird BDSM scenario where I was the dom and the sub. That's right, you too can master the art of topping your own bottom. It is possible. It's called being cosmically alone. And when you're cosmically alone, there is no safe word. I'm alone again. Just kidding. Oh, this is sweet. We just got a cat. That was pretty cool. I like the cat because she just sits there and watches me jerk it. And it's not weird. I don't know. She's jealous. I had a bunch of cat jokes, but they're intense. I can't tell them. I'm sorry. This is a family-friendly show. This will end it. You guys want me to end it? Do I end it?
Please.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Fuck off the stage. Alright, well, fuck you. I'm gonna end it with a speech. I'm gonna do a goddamn cripple speech. You did a cripple speech because that's what we're good for. Entertaining you. Now you can just stare and not feel bad about it, Anyway. I do believe... Hold on, I have to get the right camera angle for this. This is important. Look up to me. Wait. This is... In the film world, this means I'm superior. I believe that disabled people are the superior people. That's because if you're not already, you will all become one of us one day. All of you. You're all going to be in fucking wheelchairs, diapers, schizophrenic because you like mushrooms on your pizza. And that's because there's only going to be 2 outcomes. You either die or you get disabled and then you die. That's it. So here's the logic. If disability is a stage right before death, the penultimate stage when time stops, the universe implodes and Trump's no longer president, then yes, we're the superior race. We are better than you. and you are us. Okay, thank you. My name is Jay Terrio. Thank you very much.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yay! That is our show for you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all the comedians that performed. Thank you to our producer, Derek Dozier. And thank you to our audience. You guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Come, Jade, that was great. Woo, thank you, Jade. Love
Thank
that
you.
camera.
Oh, thank you.
That shit was
Thank
funny.
you. That was awesome.
Oh,
Great,
man.
That was great.
great show. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
There we go.
Thanks, Karen. That's what I think that was. Thank you, Jesse.
Sure. 1 second. All right. Well, I was looking to see if any of our friends or anybody that we were following is on, so we could send you over there. It looked like the pack was coming back on. Let me see.
You were on Twitch.
It's either the pack or we'll send you over
They
to David Thorne playing some video games. But let me
That could have been him.
let me
I don't know if he
see.
has like Twitch emojis and stuff, but I would believe it if he did.
No, that's not the pack. Hold on, guys. Hang in there for a second.
That's fun. That's sweet.
Oh, I thought I saw a pack coming online, but they might not be. Oh wait, they are live. Let's see if I can raid you guys over the pack. 1 second. Yeah, it looks like they're coming up. So give me a second. Let's see if I can raid you over there. Thank you for tuning in. Come check us out tomorrow. Hold on. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Oh, I'm trying. It's just Pack Theater. Yeah, okay. Cool. So tomorrow, starting at 1, we will be simulcasting Spec Script, our friends up in Portland. And then, where does the rest of the day go? Let me check the calendar. 6 o'clock, second stop on the new Ha Ha Risings comedy tour at 6 p.m. Stand up inside Animal Crossing. And then at 8, Dregs of Craigs. I'm just vamping here, trying to be able to raid you guys over to another channel, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh no! I'm trying. It looks like PAX Live. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make this work, y'all. All right. It just doesn't show them as live. Then we're just going to send you over to David Thorne. How about we just do that? Get a bunch of people watching David Thorne play some games. All right. Go enjoy David Thorne. We'll see you tomorrow.